Hello, I'm Shannon. Nice to have you guys here today. Um, Tell me your first names and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jonathan. I'm 20 years old. I am recently a father to a new child, 3 months old. I am a hard worker and work 12 to 14 hours a day. I am not married. I one day want to have more kids. I am lonely. I'm constantly being nagged at, and I feel suffocated in life.
Okay.
My name is Anne. I am a 24-year-old stay-at-home mom to a 3-month-old boy. I cook and clean around the house. I had to give up going to college in order to fulfill this role. I most of the time feel isolated and just stuck in where I'm at. I don't get much alone time, and I want to go back to school, but he refuses, and I dislike his drinking habits.
Okay. Um, so the goal of session is going to be able to discuss your problems, lay them out, kind of make a goal towards when we're done here with session to achieve. So we have something to move towards. Um, and let's start with you since you made the appointment. Tell me a little bit about your major concerns here.
My major concerns are his drinking, his lack of attention to myself and the baby, and his lack to understand or try to compensate with me being able to go out sometimes and pursue moments that'll at least make me feel more alive than I am right now.
Okay. And Jonathan, can you share a little bit more about your concerns?
My concerns regarding her is, she's constantly nagging at me. She's smaller than me. I can't even stop off at a friend's house on the way home without her nagging as soon as I come to the door. She gives me no attention. I can't lay next to her. She constantly freaks out. She won't let me touch her. I'm just, I'm over it.
Okay, I can understand how you can feel frustrated.
She won't even give me more kids. She won't even discuss it with me.
And what is your feeling regarding the children, more children?
I feel like I'll be willing to discuss more children if he's willing to discuss marriage.
Okay. And what's your concern regarding marriage? Jonathan?
I don't feel it's something that's needed. Like, I'm with her. She's the mother of my child. I'm like, what do I need this piece of paper stating that we're married? It's just another way for the county to get money. Just it makes no sense to me.
Okay. And you discussed, you mentioned drinking earlier. How does his drinking affect you?
I feel like it draws him away from me and the baby.
Okay. And Jonathan, how do you feel about your drinking? How often would you say you drink a day?
It's 2 to 3 beers a day. It's nothing bad.
Okay. Do you feel like she doesn't understand you?
No, she don't. She don't understand where I'm coming from when I work, 12, 14-hour days. I come home, I'm exhausted, I'm tired. I want to relax, so I want to drink a beer, and then I'll cut to the family life stuff. But I
And
just need to rewind.
okay. How do you feel about him thinking that you don't understand him?
I feel like he doesn't understand me. We have two different roles in this relationship, and I don't think he understands that my job is 24/7.
Okay. So I want to do a little something called enactment. I kind of want to see more of the dialogue that happens if you guys aren't in agreement about something. So let's say Jonathan comes home and he goes straight to the fridge for a beer. So how would that fight play out? How would that argument play out?
Well, I would question him as to why he chose to go straight to the fridge instead of straight to his baby.
Okay, so let's pretend that we're in this moment where he just got home, he's going straight to the fridge, and you say what? And you guys can start from there.
You just got home. Why did you choose to grab a beer?
I was thirsty. You know, I've been at work all day. What do you mean? Why did I choose to grab a beer? I just got home.
You just got home. All day today you could be drinking water. Or you don't need beer.
It's not that I need it. I'm thirsty. I want beer. I've had enough water for the day. What's the issue?
The issue is that this is happening consistently.
And I pay my bills, right? I make money. Does it affect anything in life? No. Doing nothing wrong.
It does when it becomes a habit.
I don't feel it's a habit.
I feel it is.
Like, I don't even see why you're concerned right now. You're wasting your breath with this conversation.
I'm not wasting my breath when this happens all of the time. I don't need you. I want you to try to go a day without grabbing a beer.
I could go a day without grabbing a beer, but I choose not to because I want to drink a beer. If I don't drink a beer and I come home and I sit next to you, all I do is get attitude or get ignored. So I'd rather just sip on this beer. It's the only thing that's keeping me from freaking out.
And the thing I am freaking out because you chose to grab that beer.
You're going to freak out either way. It's something. The wind's blowing the wrong way, you would have freaked out.
I would be okay to compensate with you and have this conversation to where we can say that you have a beer every other day. Or you choose to come and go straight to your son or go straight to me and maybe ask me how my day was.
Okay, well, how was your day?
You're asking me this now because I brought it up. I want it to be genuine and sincere.
I don't understand. Like, I can't win with you. I just asked you how your day was, and you don't even want to tell me now.
Now because I'm trying to give you these examples of what I want in the future. Without me having to bring it out of you, I want you to just give it.
I don't know. I'll tell you.
And
Are you done?
And he doesn't even give me the chance to just get. It's like I try to talk, and I'm trying to get all these out on the table to discuss it, and he just shuts me down.
You just repeat yourself.
He shuts me down.
Okay.
Constantly repeats yourself. It's always the same stuff every day.
Okay.
She should know my habits by now.
And nothing changes. That's why I repeat myself. Maybe one day it'll actually go into your ear and stay there.
Okay. So finding a way to have a solution to a problem should be a goal, right?
Yes.
You want to be able to, and I mentioned having like common ground, being able to have an argument and have a resolution to it within that time frame instead of going round and round.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
Sometimes I just go to bed pissed off.
Okay, Jonathan, what needs to happen as a result for coming here? So later you can look back and say, okay, this was a good idea being here.
I would like us to get on the same page. I would like a little more freedom, and I would like her to be able to understand me. Like, if I want a beer, I can have a beer. Like, it's not a big deal. I don't drink to get drunk. I drink to just rewind, wind down.
Okay. And how would you feel about that? What needs to happen as a result for coming here? So that way later on you can say that this was a good idea or had a good outcome for you.
I want to be able to have some alone time or he comes home late from work sometimes because he decides to stop by a friend's house. I feel like I don't have that privilege that he has to go to a friend's house and hang out. I haven't seen friends
You can have a friend come over while I'm at work. I don't understand.
Okay. So what we could do here is set some goals. Basically, by setting goals, we get to see how far we've come over the series of our session. So let's say we start with the drinking goal. Right now, he's drinking how many times a day, would you say?
I could probably have 2 to 3 beers.
A day?
Yeah, in a few hours span, yes.
Okay, and what would be an okay amount for him to drink a day?
1 beer. You say you're thirsty, I think you can suffice with 1 beer.
1 big one?
Okay. So if we set 1 beer, right now, let's say, as that being a goal, and let's say he's only drinking 2 beers a day. Now it's 1 less, right? He said 2 or 3. On a scale from 1 to 10, how big of a problem would that be for you?
I say it would be maybe a 6, because part of the problem is not getting solved, but becoming closer to a resolution. But it's not exactly to where I feel it would be common ground for both of us.
Okay. So we can set out some goals. Another goal development that we can work on would be time, right? Setting aside some one-on-one time between the two of you. Also setting some time for maybe Anne to be by herself, doing something that doesn't pertain to the house or doesn't pertain to the baby. And what other goals do you think would be nice to set over the process of our session?
Communication goals.
Okay.
I really think we need communication.
Maybe communicating throughout the day instead of after you get off of the 14-hour shift.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Anne?
I feel like that would work. Maybe a few texts here and there when phone calls aren't necessary, but I still like to know where he's at.
Okay. So that was really good. We were able to hear a lot of concerns today. Anne was able to kind of let you know how she feels and vice versa. You know, I really want to thank you guys and praise you for coming here. This is the first step. You know, speaking about your feelings isn't easy, so it's great that you're willing to do that, Jonathan, and you guys are both willing to set some goals, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Kind of see every session if we're moving towards that goal. If on that scale of 1 to 10, the goal is kind of at like an 8, meaning, oh, he's only drinking once a day or something like that, we can make it manageable. Is there any other concerns that you guys have at this time?
No, I'm good.
Do you feel like the being isolated is an issue for you? And
Yes, I feel like I shouldn't feel like this when I have 2 other people in the household with me.
Jonathan, how would you go about helping her feel less isolated?
I understand she has someone with her all day long. That's something I feel she has to take care of herself. She don't talk to me about that.
So if she were to come to you more and let you know she's feeling isolated and alone, how would you be able to be there for her?
I would just sit there and listen. You know, like half the time we don't even sit next to each other.
Usually, how's your connection at home?
It's a simple routine. I'm home alone with the baby all day. He gets home from work, has a couple beers, maybe has some baby time, and then we go to sleep.
So maybe setting some time after baby goes to bed, is that something that you would want to do, Jonathan?
I would love to.
And kind of give her that one-on-one attention that she needs?
Yes.
Is that something that we could also make maybe possibly a goal to work on?
Yes.
In marriage, what are your feelings on marriage?
I just feel it's a waste of time, marriage. You know, she's the mother of my child, hopefully children one day, and I don't see no point of marriage.
Is that something that we could also possibly have as a goal down the line and discuss in more detail?
I don't know. Maybe we should revisit that some other time.
Okay. I'm going to remind you a little bit about the informed consent that you signed, and that kind of gives us an allowance to be able to post it online. It'll just be for the professor's viewing pleasures, but you guys have definitely signed that, and you agreed to everything that was on that consent form.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to thank you guys for being here and having this conversation with me. It's been fun.
Thank you.
Thanks.